Here we go into a classic kind of problem that is taught as soon as you learn the fundamental theorem of calculus. It states, find the area of the region bounded by the graph of y equals the square root of x. The x-axis and the vertical lines x equals 1 and x equals 4. Sometimes you're given the graph, other times not. So you might be expected by your teacher to sketch it out. Just do a rough sketch. So here's root x. It's more than a rough sketch. And the area is bounded by all these parts. So that's one of the frames, if you will, of this canvas, this picture. X equals 1, so that's here, that vertical line, and x equals 4. And then we're told bounded by the x-axis as well. So that's 4 that I just covered up, the x-axis being down here. So just kind of trace that out and then see, we're talking about all that area. How do we find the area between two x values? We know how to do that. It's the integral from a to b of f of x dx. So that'd be the integral from 1 to 4 of f of x, in this case that's root x dx. And then from here, all we're going to do is just apply that fundamental theorem of calculus. All right, here we go. So what's the antiderivative of this? Well, remember that this is x to the 1/2, right? So I'm looking at this and thinking it's 1 to the 4 of x to the 1/2 dx. That's a 2 somehow in some land. So from here, I'm going to add 1 to that, divide by that new power I get, and we get x to the 3/2. And then division by 3/2 would be 2/3, evaluated from 1 to 4. Now, when you do a problem like this, let me just kind of point out, if you're remembering how to antidifferentiate, you should, great. If not, go back and watch the earlier videos in 4.1 on how to antidifferentiate if this is the part that's hanging you up. Because the fundamental theorem part, here we go, is easy. We just plug in the 4. So we plug in the upper bound, 4, so it's 2/3 times 4 to the 3/2, minus 2/3 times, plug in the lower bound, 1 to the 3/2. And now all we have to do is evaluate it. That was f of b minus f of a. 4 to the 3/2, well, the square root of 4 is 2, cubed is 8, times 2 is 16/3 from the 3, minus, well, 1 to the 3/2 is 1. Times 2/3 is 2/3, and that simplifies to 14/3. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a simple problem. It's a quick problem, but it's a classic one. So no matter how you're asked the question, hopefully you then see, oh, it's first fundamental time. That was awesome. Peace.